So I am an Apple user and an Apple enthusiast. I have an Apple iPhone. However, I am more about practicality and functionality. So from a perspective of a content producer and influencer, I am more focused and interested in knowing which features benefits me and which ones I can use better for my personal purposes and also for my businesses purposes. So what I'm doing today is I'm going over 14, in honor of the fact that it's iOS 14, features in the iOS 14 to show you how you can use it. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get an alert. And if you like what you see on this channel today. So back in June, Apple announced its biggest update yet for its operating system, iOS 14. Between June and September, a lot of tech journalists and tech bloggers and YouTubers had access to the beta version of it. And actually my son actually downloaded the beta version a few months back, so he even has had it for quite a while. And during that time, you saw a lot of them hype up certain features. There were like over 100 new features, and some of them hidden, some of them are announced. And so the ones that were announced, the ones that a lot of the YouTube and tech journalists and vloggers and bloggers featured are the ones that now that the public got it this week are really hyped about. Now, I haven't customized my own iPhone as of yet because it's still pretty new. What I just did was went down and did some research about, and I tested them out and saw what works for me and see what, based on the hype, and some of them are just really not the more hype than substance. So you're getting the perspective of a practical user who'd be a content creator or influencer, what they would benefit from this update. So there we go. So let's get started. I am going to start with, okay, I am most excited about the Siri, because I use Siri often for directions. So you say, hey Siri, instead of the whole screen being taken over by Siri, you now instead will get just a little bit alert from Siri. It's going to be in the top of the bar. And then you get the directions or whatever it is that you're asking for, and it's not obtrusive, and it goes up and it doesn't take over your whole screen, which was kind of annoying. So that's the first thing that I thought was beneficial. Now the second thing that's really great is phone calls. A lot of times people do FaceTime, and when you get a FaceTime, it takes over your screen as well, and you can't do anything else. You just have to handle that FaceTime call. But if you're working sometimes, this is a face call coming from my daughter, I can accept it, and then I can put it down. It comes up and down into the corner right there, and I can continue to work, continue to take calls, continue to do everything. So this is great, not just for personal purposes, but also if you're taking a business call and you may need to access apps or access different documents while you're on the call and doing the picture-in-picture, and that's really beneficial. Here I have my SoundCloud open, and that's my daughter's still in there. So, and then you can just close out when you're done. The third thing you'll see is the alerts. See this alert right here that just popped up? It was really tiny. It just showed up at the top of my screen. Before, alerts used to occupy a big section of your screen in previous versions of it. It's a small minor thing, but if you get annoyed and always have to swipe up the alerts, that's nice that it's there. A third thing that's really great that people like often is this new feature called widgets. So people are really excited about these widgets. So essentially what a widget is, you press down here, hold on your screen, you see I already have a widget there. You see that plus button, then you see all the different widgets available to you. You have clock, you can do weather, do different things. So let's say, for example, I want to do that clock. So if I press down on the clock, you'll see the 3 buttons at the bottom, so you can scroll and see, different types of clocks. If it's a world clock, if I'm working in different time zones, and or communicating, have clients, different time zone, I could do that. You click the clock, and then you add the widget, and it comes up on your screen, your home screen. Now, another thing you can do is you can stack the widgets, and that's a big thing people are talking about in hype as well. So the way you stack the widgets is you press down one, and you can move the widgets around. So let me show you how to move the widgets around. You can't do it in the center. I know this is a big thing that Androids have had for years and years and years, and people with Team Android would say we've already had the ability to move around our widgets at different sizes. Like this is a square, but you can also do long and widgets just based on your functionality, based on the way you use it. So if you press down here, you can stack the widget and put that on top of the other one. Then when you do done, then you can scroll through the different widgets. So you can make it more functional and also personalize it for you and for your purposes and what you use. Here you can also edit the stack. For example, if I hit edit stack, I can scroll around to see which widget comes first, which one's on the top. So here I can press down here, press down actually the three lines, you can move it around. And then you have this thing called smarts. Depending on how the AI, the artificial intelligence, recognizes you're using it, it may decide which widget should go on top, your main screen, which one should be on the bottom hidden. So that's essentially widgets in a nutshell. And I think that, a lot of people like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really used it. I'm sure when I get digging into this, I may be able to be more functional and have more beneficial use out of it. Right now, it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. This is a lot of hype over it. I just like, okay, nice widgets. Okay, the next thing that's good is that you can, let's put my notes here. Okay, so they're also supposed to have the ability of creating widgets. So I think third-party apps are coming. Now we're going to go to library. So the last screen here, if you scroll through all the way screen, the very last screen is library. And this is something Android has had before. And so the iPhone pre-loads these into different categories for you. So for whether it's photography, whether it's social media, they put these already for you. And if you add new widgets, they're going to auto-populate it. And the other thing that's good is that you can search. See, I went through there, put the search bar, and I typed in SoundCloud, and I got anything that began with sound comes up, and you can click that. The other thing that you can do is actually search the apps. So sometimes you have so many apps, so you want to find it quickly. You could just go to search. You can type it in, and it's an alphabetical listing right there of the various different apps that are available on your phone, your device. And so that's really great because that's something that's new that they didn't have before, the search function. The other thing that people tell me is a double tap. They're really excited about that. It's an accessibility tool, and the way you do that is you go to settings, you go down to accessibility, and then you go down to touch. Down there, wait a second, touch, and then you tap on here, and that's going to allow you to add these shortcuts essentially. It's called back tap. So you cut back tap, and there's two options right now. You have double tap and triangle tap. So I put double tap, and a lot of people using the double tap to take pictures, to do screenshots. So I did that for screenshot. And you can go back and you do triple tap. Go back and do triple tap. And people are using this for the spotlight, which I did. Some folks use it to access Siri really quickly. So now, for example, you go back now, and I were to turn my phone upside down, and I double tapped it. See, it took that picture. So it's a quicker way to do the picture. I'm not that impressed for it. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I was fine just doing the way we had it before. See, I triple tap. The light was supposed to come on. That's the function I did for it. It doesn't work. Instead, it takes the picture. So it's still wonky. And also, because I have this case here, I have this hard, it's not a Mophie case, but a hard case. Look at the brand, I'll put it here. And so it's hard, so it's not as sensitive. That case is so thick that it doesn't necessarily fill it. So yeah, so that's okay. Another functionality for accessibility is the sound recognition. It comes automatically actually on when you upload it. And what you can do with this is you can alert to different sounds. So that's for people who are hard of hearing. However, it can be beneficial if someone has a dog nearby, or if someone is a new mom and they want to be able to hear the baby. So the app hears it and you can't hear it, then it alerts you to it. Here's a rundown that someone else did on how it looks like when someone sounds. I didn't have these sounds available, so I couldn't show you. But if you could also set it so it can go on your home screen. See, it's right there in the bottom right corner. But on my settings, it came automatically on, or maybe I said it. It was already on the home screen. So now that the water running, see how it says water running here, it hears it, it gives you an alert for that the water's running. The dog is barking, it tells you the dog is around. So that's a functionality that a lot of people like. So the next thing let's go talk about is hide unused screens. See how a lot of times we have so many apps, even when you're trying to find something, there's so many screens because you have to scroll through the screens that you don't even use. Now you can actually hide those screens underneath them in folders. So if you press on it, you see that the button's down there, and that'll pull up your different screens depending on how many you have. And so you can uncheck these boxes to remove the screens from the main thing. And then actually you can have a screen that's only the widgets, so you can have a screen that's only the library, like here, and then your set is really easy to navigate. But I don't like that. You can scroll back and you can add them back. So I'm going to add 2 back and leave the other 3 in the background. So essentially, it's hiding those pages. They're available as access to you, but you don't necessarily want to be scrolling through them when you found them. So that's the other thing, is ability to hide your unused screen apps. Okay, the other thing you can do, I like, is to search the notes function. So I'm a person, I use my notes a lot. I use my notes to put things I want to put in there. I cut and paste. I use my notes app a lot. So if you go in your notes app, what you can do now is you can actually search, because I'll have so many documents. If I search, let's say I'll search BLM, for example. And then anytime I had a note, a notation, or a quote, cut and paste somebody's quote, it's in there. If I had any attachments, that would also show up. Otherwise, before, I just have so many apps, and sometimes I put stuff in there and it's just kind of like, it's gone. I don't have a good system of organization. There's a way to organize it. I just never use it. So now I think this is great for people like me who don't want to think ahead and organize your notes in proper format. You can easily search it. I think that's one of the best functionalities for people who are content creators, actually. The next thing for people who take, again, for content creators, because you're taking pictures. So you're taking pictures in a dim light, or you're taking pictures in a bright light, and you want to set this exposure to a certain thing. Now you can do this, Apple. If you push that button, go down, you see one of the plus and minus button. You can preset the exposure, and then you hit the plus and minus button after you decide which one again, and then it's set. So whenever you take a picture, see, I take these different pictures, the exposure stays still. So sometimes, with different light, it'll fluctuate, and some things are gonna be bright, some things will be dim. But now you set the exposure when you're taking pictures, whether if you're an influencer, you use your iPhone to take photos, or you can now just have the setting all set. So I'm really excited about that one for influencers. Another thing that they did well, there's a lot of privacy functions. I'm gonna talk about a few of them. One of them is access to your photos. So, for example, now apps don't automatically get access to all your photos. I know sometimes you'll be like talking to somebody, or you mention something, and all of a sudden you're getting ads. You're like, how the heck they know that? And so you got to be suspicious. So here, for example, in this Twitter, I'm going to send out a tweet. It only had functionality to just the pictures I picked, because I'd already tweeted that picture already. So only the pictures I picked. So you can go down, if it's when you first go into the app, it automatically pops up and say, hey, do you want to give these people access to all your photos, or select photos? If it's not already selected, you can go in the settings and you can go and decide which ones you want to give access to. All of the photos, some selected photos, or none at all. So you can schedule it to do that. Another privacy setting is it allows you to, your app is using your video or audio. Sometimes there's an app, it's hearing stuff, and you're like, are they listening to me? And you may not know an app is actually accessing your microphone or your video. So this now shows you how you can show, here's an app that you can see, it tells you whether or not the app is accessing your video. So for example, in Instagram, if I go to Instagram and I go to do a video on Instagram, you're gonna see this little green dot here that's gonna show up. And that green dot right there, see this green dot here, right there? That green dot is telling me that this app right here is accessing my video, because I was taking a picture. So right there, that dot you just saw, and that's the indication for you that this app that you're using is actually using your camera, in case you forget, because you might set it, you just forget about it, and you wonder, like, how the heck they know about that? Then let's do it for audio. For example, if I go into, here's a voice note app, I use this all the time, and I go make a voice note, you're gonna see this right there, that orangey yellow sort of thing right there. That orange reminds me like, hey, this app obviously is using my microphone. So a lot of times for privacy, people just don't know how these apps get access and start sending them ads, but it's because that their video and audio of the apps using. So those are 2 privacy sets. Now there are others, but those are 2 that stood out for me. The big one is for is a text. There are a lot of things in the text. So for example, if you have various different chat groups that you use, that you functions, like here's these 3, you can add them. You go into edit, and then there you can remove that one, pin it, and you can pin different conversations you have off instead of scroll down looking like, oh, where's that conversation? And then here's how you can go and you can add. I added one. Here I'm going to add another group. So those are 3 chat groups that are active, and there are people in the letters or the circles depend on who talks the most. And then also you can have a picture for each different chat group. So for this one, this one is my sister's. If I go in there and click, I can then, so I set, that's for them. I can, all the different groups right there. If I push the button, I can set and establish an image just for them. So here you have edit, because I already had one. And so right there I add close up thing, and I can either use something from my library, I can take a picture, I can use an emoji, I can use one of these other preset ones to determine that. So for different groups, you have work group, if you have an exercise group, if you have, you know, a work, you know, whatever it is, for different various siblings, co-workers, you can put them into different groups. Another thing that's good in text is that text allows you to, let me see, what's the text? Allows you to reply. So these are embedded. So sometimes, you know, if there's a lot of conversation and someone replies to someone else, and then the next thing, they're not replying immediately to the text before, they're replying to something 3 steps before. So now that it embeds them and puts it in the tree format, so you can be able to keep track of it. I don't necessarily like this one that much, to be honest, because it's a little bit confusing to me. I haven't figured it out, but whatever. Another thing you can do is reply all. So if there's a lot of people talking and you want to get the attention of one person, you act similar to the way you do in other apps, and you can put the person's name, and as soon as this recognize, it has to be the way that the person's name is in your phone. It recognizes it, auto fills it for you. So I just put a test there, and so my sister tried to do it, but it didn't work because you have to use it the way that the person's name is in your phone. So my name is not that way in her phone, so it didn't even recognize it. I didn't get the alert. So that's what it is. It lets you reply, which is great if you're having a conversation and you want someone specifically to know that you want to get their attention, because they may not see it because there's a lot of stuff going through. So that's really great for really active conversations. Everything they have is search emoji. I'm not doing the search emoji right here, but there is a search bar you can hit, and then with the search tool, you can type in the emoji you want, and you get very different options. This isn't the way you're supposed to be doing it. I mean, I just did prayer hands, for example. If you also type it in the document, it'll show up as well, but that's not the way you do it. There's another way to do it. So those are the big text features. So the last one that everyone's really excited about is the other picture-in-picture is the video. So now if I go to, for example, here I'm going to Al Jazeera, you get a video from any format, Apple TV, whatever. You can scroll it, you can open it up, make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can scroll it on the side of the screen. And if you want to, you can close it out so the sound, you hear the sound of the video, but it can still work and function. And then if you want to, so you know, it's great for multitasking. So sometimes you want to watch a video and you want to listen to it, or you have a reason that you need to be watching videos and keep track of it. You want to keep working and use your phone. You don't want to say, well, I'm watching a YouTube video or this video, and that's it for functionality for my phone. You can now multitask. You can move that up, you can move it down. You can do lots of different things, and you can close it out. Now, the problem is Google's didn't allow Apple to have access to it. So, for example, you go to a YouTube app inside the app, and you try to listen to it, and you swipe up like the other one, it's going to just close out. So there is a workaround. You know, people are smart. They use a workaround. There's a workaround if you use it through Safari. You can do it through that way and just watch it. However, there's another workaround that's even simpler that you can do. And here you triple tap, and it goes down, and you call picture-in-picture, YouTube picture-in-picture. And there's an app that allows me to do a third-party accessibility. And here I can speed up the video. I can look at the different, if there was a 4K version or 10K version, you can look at it actually in the higher resolution. I can download the videos, which is really great. So, I mean, that's a really great functionality. And yeah, but the way you do that, and it's similar to the way you can do it with the other videos, you can move it around as well. The way you do it is through shortcuts. So you have to download a link. I'm going to put a link below to show you to get that shortcut. And after you get that shortcut, yeah, I'll just show you how you can do it. You have to get that shortcut. There's another tool called, so there's a YouTube picture-in-picture shortcut. You download that shortcut, and then you have to download this app called Scriptability. I'm typing it up here, and that is the script that allows you to read this code that someone else did. This guy on Reddit discovered it. People are just using it now. It's sort of a workaround unless Apple or Google somehow shuts it down, and that allows you for the phone to read the script, so you can easily look at a YouTube video using that usual function, which is great for people who have to be watching and listening to YouTube videos while also doing other work. So their phone is it can actually truly multifunction. Anyway, so that's it so far. Those are the tools that I like the best. I find the most useful for me as a content creator, as an independent publisher, as an influencer. I hate that word, but you know, as a person who like showing people different things, like you're seeing this different things, and based on what I say, you may decide whether you want to download the iOS 14 or whether you want to use some sort of functions, or whether you want to try some or just don't even bother trying. It's just one other perspective out there. There's lots of people out there that are telling you different things, and so this is just one of many folks telling you things. I hope when I did this video, I'm looking at myself and not looking at the screen like I should be. But anyway, I'm not doing it over. So anyway, that's it. Just JJ Gat. I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, the usual stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.